Extreme weather lashing Australia's east coast this Christmas break has turned deadly, with at least 2 people killed and grave fears for 2 more. The severe storms caused flash flooding and tore roofs off homes. And it's not over yet, with more fierce storms forecast.
A ferocious storm hit the Gold Coast just after 9 o'clock.
Whoa.
The sheer force of the wind tearing huge trees from the ground and splintering others like matchsticks.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
From a balcony in Surfers Paradise, it looked like a cyclone. For those sheltering in tents,
it's horrendous here.
It was a terrifying experience. Fallen trees leaving a mangled mess.
We're lucky to be alive.
A 59-year-old woman was killed on the Gold Coast when a tree hit the car she was in.
Absolutely tragic set of circumstances.
The storm we saw last night was unprecedented.
250,000 lightning strikes lit up the night sky. Almost 900 power lines were severed, cutting electricity to more than 120,000 properties across the region.
They've never before seen concrete power poles taken down by a storm.
Boxing Day revealed the extent of the damage. Houses smashed to pieces, roads blocked.
We were just devastated. Like this morning when we got up, we could see all the damage.
This crane buckled under the force of the wind. Theme parks were closed for repairs. Gold Coast residents are calling this the worst storm in decades. So powerful, it's ripped the roof clean off this family's home. There's plasterboard everywhere, and wait till you see where it ended up. It's been sent cartwheeling and on top of their neighbour's roof across the road. Jeff and Helen Nielsen felt their house shudder as the roof landed, blocking their windows, but not causing too much damage.
It's collected the ground there, and then it's obviously softened its landings.
I just take life as it comes.
The wind speed is up to Category 2 cyclone, so it's pretty serious.
Wild storms also battered Charleville, 800 kilometres west of the Gold Coast. The Weather Bureau says there could be more to come.
There's still potentially going to be some quite strong, severe thunderstorm activity around southeast Queensland over the next day or so.
In Victoria, a man died after being hit by a tree in the state's east on Boxing Day morning. A severe storm swept through. Heavy falls triggered flash flooding in parts of South Gippsland, with streets and businesses inundated. Emergency services responded to more than 300 calls for help. The rain creating delays for the Boxing Day test as clouds closed in over the MCG. Violent storms also hit parts of New South Wales, with heavy rain swamping the south coast. Campers at a Kiama holiday park had a dramatic end to their Christmas. This father carried his children to safety as the water rose around their caravan.
Got the kids in the car and got them safe. Tried to grab a few things, electronics and all the important stuff.
I was just scared, really scared.
Across the country, many are hoping for a gentler start to the new year. Mackenzie Colohan, ABC News, Gold Coast.
Wild weather is continuing across much of the east coast tonight. We had reporters in Brisbane and Sydney for the latest. First to Emma, a search is underway north of the Sunshine Coast.
3 women aged in their 40s were in a large drain in Gympie, which is a town north of the Sunshine Coast, when the area was inundated with water. Now, this happened at around 3:30 this afternoon, and it's believed the women were washed from that drain into the Mary River. Now, one of the women has managed to get out and is being taken care of by ambulance crews, but a search is underway for 2 women who are still missing, and that search involves 6 different rescue crews from the State Emergency Service and the Queensland Fire and Rescue Service, including swift water rescue boats. So it's a very worrying development as this weather emergency continues, particularly in this part of southeast Queensland.
And Nabil Al-Nashar is in Sydney. Nabil, what's in store for New South Wales tonight?
Well, Lydia, it may seem calm around me right now, but that might just be the calm before the storm. The Bureau of Meteorology says severe thunderstorms are likely this evening, especially ones causing damaging winds, a heavy rainfall that might lead to flash flooding and large hailstones over the next several hours. In fact, they already have caused some damage, according to the New South Wales State Emergency Service. More than 50 properties have been damaged in the Hunter region by what's been described as giant hail from a superstorm cell. Now, these storms are forming and dissipating or moving away very quickly, but others just like them have been forecast for Lismore, Grafton, Sydney, Wollongong, Nowra, Batemans Bay, and Goulburn. Some areas near the capital have seen up to 57 millimeters of rainfall under just 1 hour. So in summary, we're looking at several severe thunderstorms accompanied by large hailstones and heavy rainfall that might lead to flash flooding, with warnings now issued for much of the East Coast.
Emma Pollard and Nabil Al-Nashar reporting there.